Lydia from Toronto has a cottage, and 3 years ago she had a deck built. And although there were small spaces created between the deck boards as they went down, these spaces aren't enough to allow pine needles and other debris to fall through. So it's building up between the boards, and she's concerned about moisture being trapped there and rot setting in. And these are legitimate concerns. So Lydia is wondering how she might create some wider gaps between the boards. There's two options. If the boards are fastened with regular deck screws from above, and not all are nowadays, sometimes they fasten with hidden fasteners from down below, but if the boards are fastened in the regular way, then I would recommend removing those boards and reinstalling them with a wider spacing between them. A quarter inch should be sufficient to let things fall through, even in a heavily forested cottage area. If the boards aren't practical to raise, then things get trickier. The only way that I can think of would be to use a circular saw with the blade depth set so it just barely goes through the deck boards and no further, and then temporarily install a piece of wood to guide the travel of that saw as it cuts along the joint between the two boards. You're going to want to make one cut, move the piece of wood over a little bit, make another cut. It's going to take at least two cuts, maybe three, depending on the thickness of the blade, to make that gap wide enough so that all of that stuff's going to fall through it. Either way, you can get the job done.